Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Without Having Kicked a Ball. Today is the day, another special episode, one that we do twice a season. Of course, it is not the summer transfer window deadline day, but the winter transfer deadline day, as the January/early February transfer window drew to a close this evening with some very, very interesting topics and storylines. This is Without Having Kicked a Ball Transfer Deadline Day Special. My co-host tonight, TubeMix, is here to round up all the transfer stories of the window, most importantly of the day, and we will be going through.
Looking forward to doing that. It's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
yeah, it'd be great. How are you, mate? All good?
Oh yeah, really good. Thank you, Sam. And yeah, can't wait to get going.
We will start as we normally do with the Premier League, but today we're not. We're not
going
doing.
in depth with the three featured games. It's just gonna be the results and then on to the transfers.
Yep, so we're going to do the results from the Premier League and the goal scorers from the Championship, results, League One and League Two.
Yep.
But we are not specifically on this episode doing our three featured games. Yeah, we might just do a quick word on certain games if we like them, but we will not be doing our normal thing. And then we'll round up all the transfer stories and we'll get cracking into them.
Can't wait for that. It's going to be brilliant.
From around England and Scotland as well, potentially. So, without further ado, and I should say Wales because there's some Wales clubs that play in the English game. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the Premier League games from the weekend. And I don't need to worry about the dates on this one because it was my birthday on Saturday. So don't worry, guys. For once, I will not fuck it up, I promise. Right. Anyway, starting on Saturday, the 31st of January, it finished at the Amex Stadium. Brighton and Hove Albion won. Everton won in this game. Goals from the new boy / new old boy on his return since signing in January for Brighton, re-signing Pascal Gross, arguably Brighton's greatest ever player, scored in the 73rd minute to look like giving Fabian Hurst. Sorry?
What a fairy tale return for him.
Yeah, looking like he was going to give Fabian Hurst the other side all 3 points before Beto equalised in the 97th minute for Everton. And so it finished Brighton 1. Everton 1 at the Amex Stadium. Moving on. And we thought this might be a tough task for Arsenal, playing away at Elland Road and with Leeds' recent good form. But the table toppers continued to shut down the doubters as they ran out 4-0 winners in this one. Goals from Martin Zubimendi in the 27th minute, Noddy Madueke in the 38th minute, Victor Gyökeres, a much-needed goal for the lacklustre striker in the 69th minute, before Gabriel Jesus, who it is good to see back after a long time out injured. So I do like Jesus. He might not be a natural goal scorer, but he scored in this one in the 86th minute. And as Mikel Arteta's men, just when people were doubting them, got back to winning ways.
And that's what you need to do.
Came away from Yorkshire with all 3 points. Moving on, so from the table toppers, we go to the also Rams as Wolves, who have certainly lost their howl this season, played at Molineux against Bournemouth, and this one finished Wolves 0, Bournemouth 2. That despite Wolves improving in certain games, and obviously Bournemouth have been up and down, but seem to be getting their mojo back. Junior Krupi, who I really, really like. Don't know if you saw his goal. Well,
I did, yeah.
But he hits the ball with very little back lift, as in he doesn't need much like bend in his foot to get so much power. A little bit like Harry Kane does his.
He's turning out to be quite a good player, isn't he, Krupi?
Yeah, and he's obviously not comparing him.
He's got a long way to go yet, because he's quite young, isn't he? So
19, I think. So yeah, I'm not comparing him to Harry Kane. I'm just saying a similar style with little battling.
Yes, I get what you mean, mate. Yeah.
So anyway, Krupi sent Wolves howling in fear in the 33rd minute before a rare goal for a player I really like. He's had his injury problems at Bournemouth, but I think he's a really good technical player and is on the verge of the England squad. Did get called up last time, and I think got a cap in Alex Scott, and he scored a very rare goal to seal all 3 points in the 91st minute. Wolves had their chances, but just couldn't convert. Mane looked very bright for them. But it is the Cherries who finished January with the cherry on the top with all 3 points in this one to condemn Wolves rooted to the bottom of the table. In a brilliantly entertaining tea time kickoff at 5:30, it live on Sky Sports. It finished Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in this London derby. Chelsea 3, West Ham United 2. But that did not tell the full story, because goals from Jarrod Bowen in the 7th minute and Crescencio Somerville had West Ham 2-0 up at half time as the Irons looked to give out a hammer blow to Rossini's Chelsea top 4 credentials. However, Chelsea in the second half came flying back. Some tactical changes from Rossini.
Made some changes after half time as well.
And good management. And then goals from the informed João Pedro to pull one back in the 57th minute. And then Mark Cucurella equalised in the 70th minute before it all kicked off, because Spartans into life, because Enzo Fernandez found the net in the 92nd minute, despite West Ham having chances. But Todibo, the West Ham centre-half, was then sent off in the 101st minute for West Ham as Chelsea came from behind. The first time, I think, in Premier League history, that Chelsea have come back from a 2-0 deficit at Stamford Bridge at half-time, which I was very surprised.
I think Gabby Logan said that on Match of the Day. She did. So,
Which I was very surprised to read that, because you'd think a club like Chelsea would have come back at home. Away, I could understand a bit more, but at home, from 2-0 down at half-time. Anyway, Liam Rosenior continued his perfect start in the league, he is
cycling competitions because he's done well in the Champions League as well.
Yeah, but he got beat in the Caribou Cup, so in the first leg. So unbeaten start in the league and Champions League before they try and overturn a 3-2 deficit in the League Cup tomorrow night against league leaders Arsenal in the Caribou Cup. But good resilience from Chelsea's team there, young team.
Yeah.
Then there was another game in the evening. I think this one was an 8 o'clock kickoff as on TNT Sports as Liverpool backed up their Champions League win in the week, which confirmed their top 8 place and automatic qualification to the last 16 of that competition. They backed it up at Anfield with a 4-1 victory over Eddie Howe's Newcastle United, who also played in the Champions League in the week, of course. Well, it was a great start for the visitors as Anthony Gordon scored in the 36th minute, the Liverpool fan, boyhood Liverpool fan, before Liverpool, but ex-Evertonian, of course, before Liverpool completely turned the game around. Goals from Hugo Ekitike, who I really like. He's a great player.
Probably going to be the best of the summer signings, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, and I didn't know much about him. So I knew who he was, but I hadn't seen much of him. But he's looking great.
Yeah.
Goals from Hugo Ekitike. Certainly this season, he's looking like the best of those signings. In the 41st minute to equalise, and then the 43rd minute gave Liverpool a half-time lead.
I was hoping he'd get a hat-trick, because what a story that would be. Obviously, Newcastle tried to sign him, and I was kind of hoping for him he'd get a hat-trick, because, that would have been a brilliant story.
Absolutely, but he didn't, but he got a brace by half-time, just before half-time, to completely turn the game on its head. 2 goals in 3 minutes. And then in the second half, Liverpool never looked back as Florian Wirtz, who is looking more and more assured.
More set up now, isn't he?
More assured, and is starting to play some really good football. I knew he was a really good player. Has he reached the heights that he'd expect over £100 million player to have? No, but he's getting there. Florian Wirtz scoring in the 67th minute before a very rare goal from the man who is out of contract at the end of the season. To seal a good Liverpool display. Ibrahim Konate scoring in the 93rd minute to give Liverpool a 4-1 victory over the Magpies. So let me see what else we have already said. Oh no, we haven't. Right, so that concludes Saturday's results. So I'll just flick through to Sunday, and because it's on a different page, because this is Sunday, 1st of February, so yesterday. Yesterday, it finished Aston Villa 0, Aston Villa at Villa Park, who still had a thin chance in it before this game of being in the title race, but that looks all but gone now, because at Villa Park.
Villa are going to win the title, really. No.
Well, they were still within a chance, yeah, but not now. Probably,
I think that's sailed, yeah.
Yeah, of course, mathematically not over, and second place is very much there still for them.
Which would be brilliant, by the way, if Villa were to get second place. That would still
or even third.
Yeah, exactly. It'd still be a massive achievement.
Especially with the way they started the season, which was very poor.
They had a terrible start to the season, didn't they?
They were in the relegation zone after like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
Anyway, at Villa Park, it finished Aston Villa 0, Brentford 1, and I'm sure the Europa League took a bit out of them as well. As Utara scored in the 45th plus 1 minute, so the 46th minute of the first half, not the second half, just to make that clear. Before that, Kevin Schade got sent off in the 42nd minute for Brentford. Despite that, and despite them conceding a goal, you'd still have fancied Villa against the 10 men to come back at.
I thought, oh dear, I mean, surely it's going to be a Villa win now, but
not the case, and they didn't really have that much of a threat as Brentford's very improved, as Keith Andrews Bees delivered the only sting of the game to continue their impressive start.
Did you see me jump then, Sam, or not?
No.
Oh no.
Because I said the word bees.
Oh yeah. Sorry, mate.
Well, don't worry, there's no bees yet. You're in winter, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
But that saw Brentford, that'll have to go on the bloopers for the end of the year. That saw Brentford come out 1-0 winners away from home, with playing the whole of the second half with 10 men. But they hung on for the win and up to 7th place. Not bad for a bus stop in Hounslow. Anyway, that was that. Just as a point, well, have you still got Dango Atara in your fantasy football team, or have you taken him out?
I think I might have taken him out. I don't know. I'll have to check. Do you know I'm actually a bit behind actually on my fantasy?
No, it might be best because I think I've gone back above you.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah. Well, I'll make sure I'll have to check it this weekend onwards, yeah.
Yeah, because I used my bench boost this weekend.
Yeah, so, I think I might have taken him out because he doesn't score. He doesn't score that often, and I think I just, took him out.
Fair play. Anyway, he scored the only goal of the game at Villa Park. Anyway, and at the same time, I think it's at the same time anyway, at Old Trafford, Manchester United played a cracking game against Fulham. It finished Manchester United 3, Fulham 2. Unlike Chelsea, though, the home team, were actually 2-0 up and looked to be cruising. Casemiro in the 19th minute scoring, and then Mateus Cunha scored in the 56th minute to give Michael Carrick's Red Devils a 2-0 lead.
Did you think it was a penalty, by the way?
Did I think it was a penalty for Raul Jimenez's goal?
Because Cunha got his shirt, got his shirt grabbed, and then the VAR checked it whether it was going to be a penalty, and it wasn't, and it was given for a free kick. So I just wondered.
Oh yeah, because it was outside the box, wasn't it? So probably not. Although it did look like the contact.
There was definitely contact, and the fact that they were grabbing. I can't remember the player's name, but grabbing Cunha's shirt. I thought, yeah, sure, that's a penalty. But yeah,
and it did look like it carried on a little bit inside the box. So they say if it carries on inside the box, then even if it started outside, then a penalty should be given. But
so I just want to know what you thought of that. Do you think it should be a penalty?
I think it's a tough one. My instinct says there wasn't enough contact in the box to get the main contact was outside the box.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah. Although if you engage in any contact inside the box, having fouled outside the box, then you've got to be in the same move. Then you've got to be very careful.
Yeah.
But despite those claims, United were 2-0 up and cruising as the Revolution under Michael Carrick looked to be seamlessly heading to another 3 points. But credit to the Cottagers, who did not lie down, because
brilliant performance from them.
Because in the 85th minute, when all hope seemed lost, Raul Jimenez converted a penalty, and then a really, really special goal, a goal I really enjoyed from Kevin.
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
It was a perler, so...
I mean, even it's the type of goal, whether even if you weren't a fan of Fulham, you stand up and, well, in my case, I can't stand up, but if I could, then, I'd be standing up and applauding. Yeah,
wonderful goal from Kevin to what seemed to rescue the most unlikely point.
And I was thinking, when I was following it on live text, I was thinking, oh my God, they've thrown the game away.
10 minutes earlier, it seemed impossible for Fulham to be back, but they were, as frailties in United seemed to return. However, United weren't done, as a much-needed turn and finish fired past Bert Leno in the Fulham goal from Benjamin Sesko, as he scored a much-needed goal in the 94th minute to break Fulham Hearts, who had come back from the death, but were ultimately denied anything from the game, as Sesko scored his most important goal in a United shirt yet.
Credit
and
to
can
Michael
that
Carrick, though, he brought Sesko off the bench, and
and went for it, and can that kickstart his Manchester United career? We will see. Anyway, it finished at the Theatre of Dreams to continue Carrick's 100% start to his second spell as interim manager.
Because obviously Chelsea and Arsenal, sorry to interrupt, obviously they weren't expected to win those. They're very much the underdog, but Fulham was, I would say, the first proper test
You mean City? You mean City and Arsenal?
Oh, what did I say?
Chelsea and
Oh,
Arsenal.
whoops. Oh, my apologies. Sorry, City and Arsenal. That was right. Yes.
Yes, I agree because obviously United were seen as United. You know, their games that you'd expect even a poor United team to be up for because they're big games against big rivals.
Yes,
But
exactly.
here they got the job done, even though it wasn't pretty towards the end. But by all accounts, they played well. And credit to Fulham, they kept going. So,
Yeah.
but
Fulham,
also,
good. Both teams put in a good performance. So yeah, good game.
but ultimately we came back and got the win.
Yep.
So it's not Fergie time; it's Carico time now. Yeah, just like his old boss saw a late winner, which of course was synonymous with Alex Ferguson. Anonymous, sorry, I said synonymous. There's no such word as synonymous. There we go, anonymous.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you've pulled a leaf out of my book. Yeah, you've created a new phrase unintentionally.
There's a new blooper for the show. Anyway, at the City ground, it finished Nottingham Forest 1, Crystal Palace 1. Forest bouncing back after their Europa League defeat in the week, which meant they missed out on automatic qualification to the last 16 and I'll have to go through a playoff. But here they started really well as Morgan Gibbs White scored a lovely goal after 5 minutes. And you may have thought that Crystal Palace, their opponents, were thinking it was going to be a miserable day as their poor run looked set to continue.
Yeah.
However, they were given a lifeline as Nico Williams was sent off in the 45th minute for blocking a goal
Whoops.
bound
Oh yeah,
shot.
I gotta admit this was quite funny because it's like, whoops, I'm not a goalkeeper. It was quite funny. I thought actually.
Yeah, he blocked the ball with his hand, had his hand right out, and to be honest, what made me laugh most about that was his face because he knew he kind of bashed his head against the ground because he knew that he was off. No complaints.
Yeah, because
No,
well, yeah, I
no,
mean, there should have been VAR. Definitely didn't really need to check that because yeah.
yeah.
Dear.
I was just about to say no VAR needed for that one. I think, yeah, even I, who is visually impaired, could see the hand clearly come out. I think he thought he was playing volleyball rather than football. But there we
Yeah.
go.
Oh yeah,
Um, but,
gave me a good laugh actually. That yeah.
but then Nico Williams was sent off, and then in the 46th, no, in the 47th minute, don't know why it took that long, probably because he was protesting to come off. In the 47th minute of the first half, um, Ismail Assar scored to give Crystal Palace the equaliser, and then you thought, well, Palace have a great chance here to go on and win it,
Yeah, I thought they would, to be honest. Yeah.
and keep the extend the distance from themselves and Nottingham Forest, who are just above the drop zone as it stands. So
Yeah.
could have really increased their advantage in terms of points, but it wasn't to be. And the big talking point, we'll come on to this, was that AC, we won't give anything away, but AC Milan bound surely Jean-Philippe Mateta was left out of the game after a talk with Oliver Glasner saying his head was not in the right space to play ahead of a proposed move to AC Milan, which would see Jurgen Strand Larsen move the other way. Did that happen? Well, all will be revealed. Anyway, the last game yesterday, and a game that seemed to have it all, was Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester City at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and City looked to keep their faint title hopes alive and close the gap even further on Arsenal to 4 points. They looked in cruise control against a beleaguered, bereft, and spiritless Tottenham Hotspur team in the first half, as Ryan Turkey scored in the 11th minute to continue his impressive debut campaign for City, before another guy who's come in and hit the ground running. He swapped the South Coast sunny Bournemouth for rainy Manchester, but Antoine Semenyo does not seem to mind, as he scored in the 44th minute. Now, it seemed at half-time, and I watched this game. It's the only game of the weekend I was able to watch due to commitments over the weekend and birthday celebrations. It seemed that it was going to go all Man City's way. Glum faces, glum mood. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was moody at best and hot, extremely hostile at worst, as Tottenham fans booed, and they did not seem to, even some of them, have the voice to boo. They looked drained. However, as we know, a new half of football sees a new opportunity, and Man City have a very poor record under Pep Guardiola in comparison against other teams.
I did think, because didn't Tottenham beat City earlier on in the season, very early?
Yeah, second game of the season, they beat them.
So I thought, do you know what? If there's any team that City are gonna slip up against, I thought Tottenham had been a bit of a bogey team for them. So
yeah, and not just this season, Will. In Nuno's first game as Tottenham manager, they beat without Harry Kane that day. They beat Pep Guardiola's City, and that was Nuno Espirito Santo's.
Did Ange beat Pep as well? Did he?
Yeah, Ange beat Pep Guardiola, Ange Postecoglou last season 4-0 this time last year at the
Isn't it funny how one team,
at the Etihad Stadium. Obviously, there's that history in the Champions League where Maurizio Pochettino's Tottenham side beat Manchester City in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. City were about to go through before Raheem Sterling's goal was VAR was ruled out for offside, and Tottenham went through. Jose Mourinho's side beat Man City, I think 3-2.
Okay. Yes, they've beaten them quite a bit. Sorry.
In fact, Tottenham is the worst Pep Guardiola's done against any side in his managerial career.
Wow, I wonder why that is. That is really fascinating.
And obviously they've not all got the same players each time, so it's interesting.
There just seems to be something about Tottenham clearly that Pep seems to struggle against. That's fascinating.
But on this day, on this day, it didn't seem to be a problem as Man City went into the half-time break 2-0 up. However, the Tottenham torment began for Man City in the second half as Tottenham were much the better team and City took their foot off the gas. Whatever Thomas Frank
Whatever he
told
said to
us,
him in the dressing room, it certainly worked.
because it was an appalling performance up to then, and they were a completely different team. And Dominic Solanke did a lovely turn and finish in the 53rd minute. Well, it was a lovely turn. The finish was a bit lucky because it hit Mark Gehi's leg and then kind of spun off Solanke before going past Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal. Before Solanke scored an absolutely outrageous. I guess you haven't seen this goal, Will.
No, I did because it was on Match of the Day.
Solanke scored an outrageous goal. The ball was crossed in behind him with not much pace on it, and he did a delicate scorpion kick from behind, which is like with your heel.
Yeah, I know what a scorpion kick is. I mean, I'm
No,
familiar
yeah,
with
I
it,
just
really.
for people that don't know what it is,
Sorry.
it's with your heel, but you do it from behind. The ball's behind you, and you flicked it into the net. You'll have to see it. I can't really but an unbelievable finish. He meant every bit of it, and he just guided it in.
Good player, Solanke. Yeah.
Guided it into the net. Well, actually, he's been out injured for 6 months. And he's gained his match sharpness very, very quickly, which is good to.
Some players obviously do it easier than others, don't they?
So yeah, and Tottenham, from where they were, produced a somewhat heroic second half, given the circumstances.
Team, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, to draw the game 2-2, and well, to dare is to do, and Tottenham certainly did that.
Yeah, and credit to Thomas Frank. Going behind it's about how you react and make the changes, and like I said, him and Liam Rosini, both deserve credit really for their substitutions and their changes.
Well, arguably, with the way the atmosphere was and everything, that could have been Thomas Frank's last 45 minutes in the job if things hadn't turned around potentially. Even though they clinched the top 4 place in the Champions League group stage to qualify automatically, which is amazing considering their league form. But at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it finished Tottenham Hotspur 2, Manchester City 2. Man City slip up again and it seemed to come good in patches, but cannot hold.
Despite Mark Gay, he needs a good partner. He can't do it on his own, can he? I mean, Gay, yes, will improve them, but he needs you.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Don't you really, as a defender?
I'm not sure this. Is it Kachanov or Rashanov is ready?
It's something like I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but yeah.
I'm not sure he's ready. He could be a really good player because he's only young, but I'm not. Oh, Kusanov, that's it. I'm not sure. Hachanov is the tennis player. Kusanov, I'm not sure is ready.
We know who you mean, yeah.
Kusanov is not ready for, I don't think, this Man City team, but could be good in time. So it finished 2-2 in a pulsating game.
And City's next game is Liverpool as well, so that's at Anfield. So that is going to be a really fascinating one.
Absolutely. And in today's Monday night football, we can bring you this just in from the last few minutes as a result. It has finished at the Stadium of Light, and it certainly is light this season for Sunderland. It has finished Sunderland 3, Burnley 0. Goals from, an own goal from Axel Twanzebe, formerly
Yeah,
of
I
Man
did see
United.
that. Yeah.
And you quite liked Twanzebe as well, didn't you, Will, at
Yes,
one time?
yes, I remember. Yeah, yeah, and he started off. He started off really well, didn't he? Because that was when I was starting to get back into football as well, like the latter end of the 2015 to 16 season. So yeah.
So anyway, Axel Twanzebe scored an own goal in the 9th minute to give Sunderland a perfect start. I'm sure not what he wanted to do. And then Diarra scored in the 32nd minute before Talby completed the win in the 72nd minute to give Sunderland another clean sheet at home and another 3 points and a 3-goal performance. A brilliant defence, got a few goals as well. And Sunderland's amazing home record, I think they've lost one in about 25, something like that, in all competitions in the Premier League and latter Championship.
And they've
Yeah,
got a Xhaka as well this time again for this one as well.
yeah. So brilliant recruitment. We talk about windows, and they've not done a lot in January, but they have. They really spent money well in the summer.
Yeah,
So it finished Sunderland 3, Burnley 0 to condemn Burnley to stay second from bottom in the Premier League.
yeah.
And sink them towards what I think will
They're
be. I
going
know
to
you
the
said you.
Championship, aren't they? Really?
Well, you were the one that told me 2 weeks ago they were going to survive.
Well, yeah, but yeah. But then I just think actually, the Premier League table more or less, I think is actually well. Oh yeah, I can't decide. I mean, I think Wolves are definitely going down, and I think West Ham. I I think they are going down, and actually, I do think Forest will just about stay up, but I do think Burnley will go down. That's what I'm saying. What I think will happen now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we will see. So that concludes your Premier League results for this weekend just gone, and today, of course, but it's part of the same game week weekend.
Yeah,
So we move on to the Championship scores. Some very interesting Premier League stuff there. So, moving on to the Championship scores from the weekend, and we start, as we often do, with a Friday night game. This was Friday, the 30th of January. And it finished Bristol City 0, Derby County 5. A massive win there for the away team at Ashton Gate. Vicarage Road, it finished Watford 0, Swansea City 2. Great win there for the South Wales club. at Loftus Road. QPR were 2-1 victory. QPR came out 2-1 victors against Coventry City, who continue to slip up in their quest for not only the championship title, but a return to the top flight for the first time in a lot of years. But QPR coming out 2-1 winners at Loftus Road. At Fratton Park, it finished Portsmouth 3, West Brom 0 in a massive win for Portsmouth. At Oxford, it finished Oxford 0, Birmingham 2. Birmingham City, that is, 2. Millwall at the Den played out a 1-1 draw against Chris Wilder's Sheffield United. At the Riverside, Middlesbrough got an important 1-0 win against Norwich to continue their promotion push. Ipswich Town at Portman Road drew 1-1 with Preston North End. At Ewood Park, it finished Blackburn Rovers 0, Hull City 1. At the Bet365 Stadium, or the StokeCity.com Stadium as it's called now, it finished Stoke City 0, Southampton 2, as Stoke City continue to fall off after their great start to the season. At Hillsborough, Sheffield Wednesday continued to be very competitive, but just on the losing side. Once again, as Wrexham, the away side, won 1-0 there. At the King Power Stadium, Leicester City's mediocre, turbulent season continued. They have not only parted company with Marty Fuentes, they are still struggling as it finished Leicester City 0, Charlton Athletic 2 at the King Power Stadium. Let me make sure there were no games in February so far. No, that concludes your championship results. So we will move on to League One. Interesting there, Will. Obviously, Leicester have parted company with Martin Florenzi.
But I read about that, on the BBC Sport website. And what was it? Something like, 4 months or something? Or
Yeah, he didn't do very well. Interesting as well. I don't know if you saw it. Top that did an interview with Sky Sports the other day.
Who did an interview? Sorry.
Top. Couldn't top the Leicester owner.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Right.
Which was very interesting because they never really talked that much, but he was saying how he's still very committed to the club and wants to return them to the top table.
Well, I thought the owners have always been more public than other owners, by giving people, free pizza and drinks.
Yeah, but I mean in terms of interviews, they don't give them.
Sorry,
Yeah, absolutely. They've been very good owners, and I still believe that even though they've hit turbulent times, he's a good man, in my opinion. So,
remember that helicopter crash? Wasn't it? Was it a helicopter crash?
Yeah. unfortunately.
Yeah.
But continuing his father's legacy, he spoke about that as well, and that he will not walk away from Leicester City anytime soon. Anyway, we move on to League One, and the scores here Ligon. Oh dear, Wigan. It's because I saw they were playing Lincoln, so it's
Ligon, that's going to be your new club that you're going to form.
Ligon Athletic. Anyway, Wigan played Lincoln, and that ended. Was it called the DW Stadium at one time, Wigan's?
I'm just trying
Stadium.
to. I can't think what we.
Yeah, it's now called the Brick Community Stadium.
The what?
Very
The
funny.
Brick.
The Brick Community.
Community Stadium.
Surely they could have come up with a better name than that.
Surely, I mean,
Anyway,
Britvic would have made more sense. You know, the drinks company, the Britvic Stadium. That's a nice ring to it, actually.
yeah, I like that. But anyway, Wigan Athletic 0, Lincoln City 1, who are having an excellent season. Another team in there for the promotion race at Edgeley Park. It finished Stockport County 2, Plymouth Argyle 1. Peterborough United played against Huddersfield, and that ended at Peterborough United 2, Huddersfield Town 3. So a good game there. Mansfield Town and Wycombe Wanderers played out a 0-0 draw. Luton Town at Kenilworth Road beat Blackpool 1-0 for the home team. A collector's item as the Vale Scum beat home side Leyton Orient 1-0, so it finished Leyton Orient 0, Vale Scum 1, but any glimmer of survival has surely gone, and they will be condemned.
Oh, it would be complete with you having to go at Port Vale.
Will be condemned to where they belong, and hopefully very soon hopefully they will be condemned to liquidation. That's what I'm hoping. Anyway, and there'll be no Port Vale to even talk about. And I don't give a shit, Vale fans that watch the channel. Yeah, you can get lost, in my opinion. Anyway, in Exeter, it finished Exeter City 0, Rotherham United 4. Burton Albion played a 2-2 draw with Cardiff City, who continued to try and push for a promotion. Barnsley beat Stevenage 3-1. It finished Northampton Town 0, Reading 2. Bradford, who are still in with a chance of promotion, beat Doncaster 1-0. And to finish off, it finished AFC Wimbledon 0, Bolton Wanderers 1. Let me just check there was no Sunday games. No. So that's very good, right? So, yeah, League 2.
Yep.
Nearly there.
Let's see how Crew Alexander, amongst others, did.
We will see, and I'm not giving anything away. Right. Let me see here. So we are in January. Here we are. Just double checking. Yep. So we are in January, Saturday, January the 31st. It finished Bristol Rovers 3, Newport County 0. as Newport's recent mini revival comes to an end for now under Christian Fuchs. David Artell's Grimsby Town drew 2-2 with MK Dons. Accrington Stanley beat Cheltenham Town 3-1. Chesterfield drew 2-2 with Walsall. It finished Crawley Town 2, Harrogate Town 0. Crewe Alexandra at Gresty Road. We got a very, very important win in our push for the playoffs as we beat Colchester 1-0. A great victory. Get in, boys. That's much better. Fleetwood Town lost 2-1 to home to Notts County. Gillingham, or as my girlfriend says, Gillingham lost 1-4 at home to Bromley. League leaders, of course, Bromley, and having a great season. Gillingham 1, Bromley 4. It finished.
To the swords then.
Yeah, it finished Oldham Athletic 0, Cambridge United 3. Depending on which side of the river you live on, Shrewsbury drew 0-0 against Barnet. You must have lost your Barnet for that one. Swindon Town beat Barrow 3-1 at home. Swindon 3, Barrow 1. Tranmere 0, Salford City 2 in this Northwest clash. And that concludes your League Two scores.
When you mentioned Swindon Town, it was because Ian Holloway was having that rant. It was because of Ollie Clark, because he was banned. So yeah, he completely lost.
Right. Do you want to tell our viewers a bit about that? Well, Ian Holloway lost.
Yes, so admittedly, I'm not usually up on stuff like this, but it pretty went viral on social media, and basically Ian Holloway criticised officials after Ollie Clark, the captain, was suspended 24 hours before their meeting with Barrow, and I'll just read you some of his words. They want to find me good. They want to ban me good. Do it. Have a look at yourselves. Every single one of you. It's absolutely disgusting. And whether I get another game or not, I don't really care anymore. If you listen to the full interview he did, he started off quite calmly, sort of, and then just went into pure anger. It was quite something. Every single one of you sort your lives out and stuff, he said,
Well, we know that Ian is a man who wears his heart on his sleeve and is a very fiery character. So go and check that out on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you get your.
It's pretty extraordinary stuff. I could not think of the top of my head of a manager pure proper anger.
We've never hold him back. He has done that before, though, Ian Holloway. I remember when they talked about having a World Cup in Qatar before it was 10 years before. Have you seen that one, Will?
No.
When he was saying about his Turkey, because they're having a World Cup in winter, and it'd be like saying to his turkeys, "Don't worry, we won't have Christmas this year because FIFA have moved it. So I'll tell my turkeys no problem." And
No,
yeah,
don't remember that. No.
yeah, you should go and you should. I'll give him a turkey's Christmas off. So,
Oh my
so yeah,
goodness me.
you'll have to go and look at that. It's
I
a
will, yeah,
brilliant.
Ian Holloway. I'm not really very familiar with him, I will admit, but yeah, yeah. Clearly a
It was
very,
when
very
he
passionate and, the emotion can get to him, guy.
was um manager of Blackpool in the
Mm.
Premier League in the 2010
Oh, right,
um
yeah, I don't remember
11
that.
season. So yeah, you'll have to have a look at that. Will,
Mm. I will, yeah, definitely.
and anybody else who hasn't seen it, of course.
Yep.
So yeah. So on that note, we will go straight to the hub of this episode,
Yes.
and that is the transfer deadline day, and not just deadline day, the transfers in general. We will discuss for the next however half an hour, 20 minutes probably. We'll go into detail about those things and
Yes.
everything that's happened today and in this window. And to talk you through all of that is TubeMix. Take it away, buddy.
Thank you very much, Sam. So, let's start with Everton signing Tyreek George on loan from Chelsea. Um, he made 11 appearances for Chelsea this season, but none under Liam Rosenior uh, since he took over. And yeah, he said the fans here are. I'm really excited to be here and to enjoy this massive club. I can't wait to get started. The fans here are exceptional. I know Evertonians are really passionate. They like hard work, and that's what I'm going to show. I want to be exciting and I want to impress them. The gaffer, David Moyes, was another reason I wanted to join. He's an amazing manager who's coached so many players like Wayne Rooney and players like that. I've had a brief conversation with him, and he's an amazing person as well. I just want to enjoy it, learn under him, and improve. And talking of, as one player goes to Everton, one player was due to go out of Everton, but now not. Dwight McNeil's move to Crystal Palace collapsed. The deal was for a loan with a 20 million obligation to buy, but paperwork wasn't done in time on that.
I thought that might happen. That's interesting because a deal sheet was put in. What basically happened? Sorry to cut off.
No,
Well,
no,
but
no, it's fine.
after the deadline, which was at 7 p.m. tonight,
Yes,
the the um the clubs get an extra 2 hours if a deal has already been agreed and the player has had his medical. But obviously, they didn't get that done in time, even with the 2 hours. So very, very interesting. Yeah, carry on, Will.
yeah, absolutely. Angel Gomez, the former Manchester United and Lille player, then moved to Marseille. He has joined on loan to join Wolves. And so, yeah, we will see how we'll get on there.
Yeah, a former Man United player, like you said, was
Yep.
quite excited. Has played a couple of games for England as well.
Yes, a good, good young player. We'll see how he does. Wolves have completed the signing for Adam Armstrong, the Southampton player. He scored 11 championship goals for Southampton, and he's put pen to paper on a 3.5 year deal. And so yes, that'll be probably a really good signing for Wolves because preparing for life in the Championship, which I think is pretty much certain. I would think now.
Yeah,
So yeah, and now Liverpool will have a signing for the summer as they've completed Jeremy Jacquet. I'm not sure you pronounce it. I presume because it's French.
Yeah,
Yep. So
yeah.
they will they'll be able to wrap up warm in the summer if it's cold. They've got a jacket, and so
Very good. Interesting there, Will, just to pick your brains. Obviously, Liverpool missed out in the summer on Mark Gahey, who had passed his medical to go to Liverpool before Crystal Palace pulled the plug on deadline day to that move. And has obviously subsequently gone to Man City in this window. But interesting that Liverpool have spent, is it 60 million on Jackie?
I think it was something like that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
60 million. Yeah.
But yeah, and they're quite short of centre halves with, with what's his name, Joe Gomez out.
Yeah.
They were already short, haven't they? And they had Van Dijk, Canate, Gomez, and a youngster.
Yeah.
So before the start of the season, so interesting to spend 60 million on this guy and aren't bringing him in straight away.
Well, I think Rennes didn't want to let him go. They weren't keen to let him go in the middle of the season. So
Yeah, but
that's probably why.
Surely they needed the money now. Sorry, if they were gonna allow him to leave for 60 million, that's a lot to give back on loan.
You would think so, but
when he's short, I know he's young, but when he's short on centre backs as it is,
Yes. Now, Sunderland have completed the 17.5 million signing of, bear with me, Nelson Angulo. Not sure if I pronounced that name right, from
Angulo, I think, yeah.
Yep. And so, yeah, he joins the club after Adil, Uchichi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, yeah. Joined Schalke after his loan spell at Aberdeen was terminated, and it opens up an opportunity for Simon Adingra to complete a loan switch to Monaco.
Or Simon Adingra, as they say in where he's from, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. Rangers midfielder Joe Rothwell and, of course, former Bournemouth players joined Sheffield United on a permanent deal.
Blackburn player as well, Joe Rothwell.
Oh yeah, yes, that's pretty good. Former Manchester United player James Wilson has joined Tottenham Hotspur on a loan deal from Hearts.
Is it the same? I'm not sure it's the same. James Wilson. Because they're saying he might go in the academy. I'm not sure it's the same one.
Oh right. Well, I think because they had they mentioned the United player sort of earlier.
Oh, did they?
I think so. Yeah.
I just check. It might be worth just checking that. Anyway, he's gone to Tottenham, hasn't he?
Yes, he has gone to Tottenham. Yeah.
There were rumours he was going to Arsenal, but it's a bit weird that it's on loan, isn't it? To the end of this.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Strange, because why would, all due respect, why would Arsenal or Tottenham be interested in loaning a player?
I think it's because they were looking for a short term, because Marino's injured, and is going to be out for, well,
yeah, but he can't cost that much because he plays for Hearts.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know in terms of the money side. It just goes in and it goes straight out.
But Scottish clubs don't have as much money as.
Well, yeah. I don't know. David Fofana has joined Strasbourg on loan. Yes, another Chelsea player joining Strasbourg. I mean, it's uh,
They are the sister club though, so
well, yeah, yeah, that is true. But so
we'll
yeah,
get some time under Gary O'Neill.
yep. And Calvin Phillips, he's only played 7 minutes for Manchester City. I must admit, before uh, I watched the transfer deadline day show earlier, and I forgot he was still at Manchester City. Calvin Phillips. I thought he'd already left, but no, fair enough. Um, and yes,
What do you make of that? What's happened to his career? It's sad, really. A
yeah, I
star of
don't know
the
quite what's
Euro 20,
happened. I mean, because
star of
obviously,
Euro 2020 one, and
I mean, obviously, he
well,
did
it's
really well at Leeds, wasn't he? He
2021.
was a key player for Marcelo Bielsa then.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's yeah, I think for him, I think Sheffield United should probably be a place that's more comfortable for him. Although obviously it's not going to be much fit. Because he's only
and
played
he had a
seven
loan
minutes of
spell
football.
at
Yeah,
he had a loan spell at Ipswich that didn't really work out, and West Ham. So we'll see.
yeah, we will see. All the very best for him. Have we already said this one? Crystal Palace has signed Jorgen Strand Larsen from.
No, you haven't. No,
Oh,
you
we
haven't
haven't.
said
Okay,
that.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure. From Wolves for £48 million, and the way it's going to work, Crystal Palace is going to pay a guaranteed fee of 43 million plus 5 million on add-ons. So, despite JP not going to AC, uh, Palace
Yeah.
are still signing Strand Larsen, and
Amazing that because he's not, it seemed to be all hinged on whether that transfer on Jean-Philippe Mateta going to AC Milan before, Crystal Palace had the green light to bring Jurgen Strand Larsen in, but um, it's interesting because now they've got two strikers. I think didn't Mateta fail his medical, or the doctor wasn't happy with him at AC Milan, so he will now have to come back to Crystal Palace and get his head down, having said it that
well,
he
exactly.
wants to
Although, yeah, I
leave.
mean, the question is, is he gonna play? I mean, yeah,
Yeah, they might play the two of them. Personally, I think Mateta's a better player than Strand Larsen. I've always thought that, but
don't forget they've
we'll
also
see.
brought Brennan Johnson in as well now.
Yeah, they brought Brennan Johnson. It's interesting they didn't back Oliver Glasner like this in the summer, but now he's leaving. They're backing him more. Weird.
Well, yeah, yeah. Well, I guess they sort of thought they could maybe still convince Gay to stay, maybe.
No, but still, they didn't. They just won the FA Cup. They knew that probably Eze was going to leave, and why not strengthen the squad?
Well, yeah, I don't know. You'd have to ask Steve Parish that.
But they've done it in the winter window, which is harder. But fair
Well,
play to
exactly
us.
compared to the
But
summer one, yeah,
they've done it when the manager's leaving.
yeah. Well, yeah, well, it's crazy. Aaron Alcemo has joined, or Alcemino, yeah, I'm not sure how you pronounce this, but he's joined Strasbourg on loan for the remainder of the season. Um, so, yeah.
Where from? Well,
Oh, from well, he was Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, he was on loan at Borussia Dortmund from Chelsea, and then now he's going to be on loan at Strasbourg. Yeah,
surprise, surprise.
yeah, I know.
Strasbourg just have unwanted Chelsea players.
Yeah, it's sort of the retirement home for Chelsea players, I guess. Oh dear. Let's see. So, Matt O'Reilly has come back to Brighton from Marseille.
Yeah, his loan's cut short. I know that Brian Gruder has left Brighton on loan as well. For more game time, the German international. So so Matt O'Reilly, who I really like when Brighton brought him from Celtic, and thought he had an injury at the start, but I thought he was going to be really. I thought he was going to be really good, but has been out on loan, but maybe now he'll come back in.
Now, your favourite place, Sam, Stoke, and Stoke have signed Crystal Palace forward Jezeran Raksaki.
Oh, Ratsaki, yeah.
Yep, on loan until the end of the season. He played 6 times in the Premier League for the Eagles and helped Sheffield United reach the Championship playoff final last term by scoring 7 goals in 22 starts. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Oh, yes, so Liverpool have officially announced an agreement to sign Jeremy Jacquet on July the 1st, 2026. This just came through 3 minutes ago. 55 million guaranteed, with potential add-ons to 5 million. So, yes, it's going to be interesting to see what he'll do, how he'll do there.
Very good.
Leicester City are still expecting to confirm 3 more deals for Lusaka, Jamal Lascelles, the former Newcastle player, of course, and Dujan Richards, but confirmation is not expected to come tonight. We'll see. Well,
they've obviously put the deal sheets in and got everything agreed. Maybe they've all gone home because they're tired.
Yeah, maybe. Oh dear. And Karim Benzema has signed from I don't know how you pronounce it. Al Hilal, is that right?
Al Hilal.
Oh, Al Hilal, is it? Oh, right, okay.
Or is it Al Etifak?
Oh,
what does it say?
There's no T. Al Hilal from Al. Oh, yes, sorry. So it's signed from Al Hilal.
Hello.
from Al Ittihad.
So he's signed from Al Hilal to Al Ittihad, yeah?
He's signed from. So he's left Al Ittihad, and he's signed for Al Hilal.
Al Hilal, right. Because there were rumours that he wanted to leave, but that's come about quite quick then, because
yes.
because he has, because it was only announced today that he was unsettled, so interesting.
Yeah, well, apparently he's left after falling out with the club over the contract extension proposal he received. Reported the former Real Madrid star was insulted by it. He earned a reported 1.6 million a week at Al Ittihad, and Benzema took to X following the news, posting this: Al Ittihad, this chapter comes to an end, but the respect and gratitude will always remain. Does it?
Yeah,
well, yeah, I don't really think gratitude.
The respect after he's probably only getting 2 million a week now, and wants more.
Oh, poor him! Fuck off. Thank you to the club, the staff, my teammates, and especially the fans for the welcome, the love, and the energy you gave me every day. This journey gave me a lot.
Yeah, lots of money.
Professionally, I leave with my head held high, proud to have worn these colours and of everything we shared. I wish you all the best for what's next. So yeah, as Jordan spoke with us off just before we started. So yeah, Benzema, brave man, going to the rival. That's going from Barcelona straight to Real Madrid.
Yeah, and I'm sure his words won't soften the blow very much, but he's finished anyway, really.
Well, exactly, yeah.
As good a player as he's been.
yeah, Ademola Lookman has signed from Atletico Madrid.
He signed for Atletico Madrid, and he from Atalanta.
What did what did I say? From Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I think I'm running out of steam. Um, but so yes, it'd be interesting to see how we'll get there. And Atletico Madrid are of course in the playoffs, in the Champions League, and yeah, could you imagine if Real Madrid, both Real and Atletico, don't don't win the playoffs and don't go further
Yeah,
into the Champions League? That'd be
yeah,
quite something.
amazing.
Yeah.
It was the second year in a row that Real Madrid haven't made automatic last 16.
Oh yeah, because I think was Ancelotti was their manager last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, and they played City in the playoff.
Yeah. So even we'll see.
And they beat City, but they didn't qualify automatically. So this new format
Well,
is
it's
not
more
working.
exciting, isn't it? Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I quite like it now, but it's not working for Real Madrid. Did you see that? You know Benfica, Jose Mourinho's at
Oh, I
Benfica.
didn't see it, but I read about it. What a great story! Mourinho doing one on his old club.
They needed no, but they needed an extra and one more goal. They were 3-2 up. They needed one more goal,
Oh,
and
the goalkeeper scored it, didn't he? The
in
Benfica
the last
goalkeeper.
minute, Turban scored a. I just called him Turban. Oh dear. Turban scored a diving header.
Oh my goodness, yeah, amazing scenes.
Yeah.
And Benfica are playing Real Madrid again in the playoffs. So will Jose
Wow.
do the double on? Obviously,
Amazing.
yeah, absolutely amazing. Right, let's see. So Celtic have rejected a bid for Engels.
Yeah.
Yep, for Nottingham Forest, but in the 25 million bid, uh,
I'm
25 million pounds bid.
surprised, surprised about that because that's a lot of money for a player coming down from Scotland.
Well,
So
yeah, but Martin O'Neill apparently said he hoped the club would rebuff any offers. So, yeah, we will see.
yeah.
Right. What else have we got here? Um,
What happened to Axel Disasi? Well, did he go to West Ham?
it's not been officially confirmed yet. I think they're doing it's nearly there, but it's not been officially confirmed. So
Right. But they'll have to have completed the deal sheet.
yes, I think they completed the deal sheet. Yeah, just waiting for official confirmation. So here's an interesting one. Will the Ox return to Arsenal for a short-term basis because Marino is injured and might need surgery on his foot? So yeah, what would you think about Oxlade-Chamberlain coming back to Arsenal?
Is he a free agent?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
So he doesn't have to have completed any deal by now then because he's a free agent. He can just sign whenever he wants. I don't get it, to be honest. I don't think they need him. Even though Moreno's injured, I think they've got enough cover in different places.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Alexander um, Alexander Zinchenko, by the way, he's moved to Ajax on loan because he was on loan at Forest from Arsenal. Forest had a bid for Luca Netz, which had been accepted, and the agreement was a 1.1 million plus add-ons, which would take it to 2 million. So yeah, I'll be interested to see
Has he signed?
Yes, he has signed. Yep.
Right. Don't know much about him, but always good to get new players in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hadn't heard of him at all, but yeah. So yeah, we will see how he'll get on at Forest. And
Yeah.
oh, sorry, what were you going to say, Sam?
No, I was just saying any more for any more.
And let's see. Celtic are interested in Oxlade-Chamberlain as well. So
Yeah, I could get that. Yeah, it'd be good.
well, he's someone that's sort of been there and done that. And actually, if Arsenal were to have him, even for a short term of the season, to have that experience, you know, very good.
Former teammate of
Yeah, exactly.
Mikael
That'd be a
Larsson.
great story. Yeah, I don't really know what's gone wrong with Oxlade, but mind you, he had a lot of injuries, didn't he?
Yeah, because he did quite well at Liverpool for a while.
Yeah. And then injuries got the better of him, and yeah, there was talk of Tonali maybe going to Arsenal, but yeah, that's not. Although that seems to be, although they actually said now Newcastle had no intention of opening any doors to Tonali, even now or in the future. If they did, the price would be way too high for Arsenal's capabilities at this moment of time. In time.
Right. Very. I like Tonali.
Yeah. Southampton have announced Kyle. Oh, right, it's interesting. So I presume it's Kyle, but it's CYLE. Would you say that's
Yeah, still Kyle.
still Kyle? Is it right? Okay, I've never seen Kyle spelled like that. Every day's a school day, as they say.
Yeah.
Southampton have announced the signing of Kyle Larin on loan from RCD Mallorca. The 30-year-old.
Oh, from Mallorca. Interesting. Yeah.
I've never heard of that club either.
Mallorca. There's a club. There's Mallorca's in Spain, isn't it?
Oh yes. I've heard of Mallorca, but I didn't know they had a football. I've not heard of that football club.
So where's he gone?
He's gone to Southampton.
So he's got. Imagine swapping Mallorca for the Sea of Southampton. It's.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
he's on loan.
I know it's still a nice area, but the weather in Mallorca. I'd be staying in Mallorca, mate.
Mind you, so the 30-year-old has great experience. So he's played in America, Turkey, Belgium, Spain, and the Netherlands. So
Look at that.
yeah, he's just got France, and well, he's in England now. And if he plays for France, he's sort of completed everywhere really. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you mean played in France, not for France?
Oh,
Presume,
sorry. Yes.
I presume he's not French, is he?
No. He's not French. No. Yes, played for France. Yeah.
In France.
Right. So, I think at the moment that's it for the sort of big ones. That's it. Oh, Oxford United have announced the signing of Ruben Ruskin on loan from Huddersfield Town, and it's an option to buy. So, if certain conditions are met, that could turn permanent. Bournemouth goalkeeper Will Dennis is heading on loan to Leyton Orient, and that deal is a straight loan without an obligation to buy.
Dennis the Menace.
Yep. Junior Hoylett has left Hibernian to join.
Did he still play Junior Hoylett?
Yeah, it says here. Has left Hibernian to join.
Do you know Junior Hoylett? He's been playing for years. He played for Blackburn in the Premiership.
Oh my goodness! Wow, so he's been around a long time. So he's left Hibernian to join Swindon Town. So he'll be joining Ian Holloway. Plymouth.
Yeah, or Willie, if Ian Holloway resigns.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting there. Plymouth Argyle have signed Millwall centre-back Wes Harding on loan until the end of the season, and Harding only featured just 8 times in the Championship this term. So yeah, Bristol City have signed Tommy Horvat. I presume, or Tommy Horvat. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it.
You and Chris Kamara need to get together, Will.
Oh yeah, my goodness! I see a lot of myself in Cammy actually, from Sturm Graz for an undisclosed fee. The Slovenian midfielders put pen to paper on a 4.5-year deal until the summer of 2030. Swansea City have signed Leo Walter from IK Sirius. What?
All right, then. I don't know where they're from.
Where are they from?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, right, sorry. C joins on loan until the end of the season, and he'll complete a permanent move for an undisclosed fee on July the 1st of this year. Let's see. Watford have confirmed the signing of Saba Gloglische. That's probably. Well, it sounds quite German. Maybe he's German.
Moving on.
Oh dear, I've no idea. But he joins the club from Udinese, yeah, and Watford of course are looking for another new manager again. So if the other job doesn't go well, Sam, you could always try.
Well, they'd probably give me about a £3 million payoff. So yes, please.
Because Javi Gracia has gone. Wasn't very happy with not being backed, and yes, Watford once again looking for another manager.
And he's only been back for about 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. But he's already gone. Oh dear me.
Yeah. Well, no wonder Watford don't have money for transfers. Too busy sacking managers and paying them off.
Well, exactly. Yeah, and you just wonder, where is the success going to come at Vicarage Road again?
At this rate, they'll have run out of managers. Every manager will have had a
exactly. Stockport County have re-signed Louis Barry on loan from Aston Villa. The forward scored 25 goals over 2 spells at the League One club, which is pretty good actually.
I saw him get a nasty injury playing against Crewe.
Yes, I think I remember you saying, Louis Barry.
Couple of years ago. Yeah, he was an interesting career. He was at West Brom as a youngster.
Oh yes.
Then got picked up by Barcelona. Went in there.
Yes, I'd forgotten about
went in their academy. Was homesick, so didn't let him go back. And then he's gone to Aston Villa, but been loaned out, and he's never really done it. There was a lot of hype around Louis Barry, but he never.
Well, just a lesson to you, media. Don't hype up players up. Sometimes you are the problem, causing all.
But for Barcelona to sign him from West Brom, they must have seen a lot in him.
Okay.
Even if it was just for their academy at the time.
Well, yes. Okay. True. That was yes. You are true there. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, that was probably a bit unfair for me to sort of, have a go at the media. But yeah, the media don't help themselves. And I tell you what drives me mad: the media, asking managers, about certain players that are linked with them. They're not going to answer. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, but the media are meant to push the narrative.
Well, yeah. It does my head in really, but anyway. Um, right. Cine Ding has failed. I've probably not pronounced his name right. Um, has failed a medical at Feyenoord.
Feyenoord, not Feyenoord.
Oh,
Feyenoord.
Middlesbrough have brought in a replacement, meaning they're now left with 4 goalkeepers in their first team squad. Right, well, you were talking about West Brom, so Aston Villa winger Samuel Living Jr. has returned from his loan at West Brom and joined Pisa until the end of the season.
Say that again.
Well, I'm not sure if I pronounced his name right, but Samuel. So it's 2 L's and then Ing. So Samuel Lilling Jr.
Yeah. Where's he gone?
So he was at loan at West Brom. Now he's joined Pisa.
And where was he on loan from? Aston Villa.
Yes.
All right.
And let's see what else have we got here. Let me just have a look. Now you'll love this, Sam. Jack Rolls has left Crawley by mutual consent.
Wait. Yeah. Send him crawling.
Oh wait, so are Crawley nicknamed the Red Devils as well? Are they?
I think so.
I didn't know that. Right. Interesting. He joined the Red Devils in January of the 2022 to 23 season. Went on to help Crawley secure League Two status at the end of the campaign. The next season proved far more fruitful for Crawley and Rolls as they secured promotion to the third tier.
Yes, we know. I was there.
That's why I'm laughing. He leaves the now League Two side, having made 91 appearances, with his last on January the 4th when his.
All right, so he's not a manager, Will. He's a player.
Yeah, I know, but they've still put Jack Rolls has left Crawley by mutual consent.
All right,
Yeah,
right, okay.
no, I can imagine you. Yes, and usually when it's managers, it is usual mutual consent, but never mind. Not for him.
He probably thought I've got to get out of this shithole.
Oh dear. Oh no. Right. Let's see. Salford City have signed Tottenham centre back Alfie Dorrington. Finally, a name I can pronounce. On loan until the end of the season. The 20-year-old has been at Spurs since the age of 13. Imagine that. And made his top flight debut in 2024 to 25 as a substitute away at Southampton.
It's only 7 years, Will.
Well, no, but I mean, being at a football club age 13, that's quite.
Yeah, but some players like Kobe Mainoo's been at Man United since he was 6.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Jack Grealish was at Villa from the age of 6.
Oh, okay, fair enough. As a substitute away at Southampton in a 5-0 win. And
Gary Neville was at Man United from the age of 11.
Oh, okay, right, okay, fair enough. You win. In the first half of the season, the defender was on loan at Aberdeen for a second time, making appearances in the SPL, the Europa League, and the UEFA Conference League.
Wilfred Zaha was at Palace from the age of 6.
Was he? Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Carry on. I've stopped now.
Yeah. If Jordan was there, you know, he'd be dealing with you. Cristiano Ronaldo is going on strike at Al Nassr, and is said to
On
be
that,
frustrated by the club's limited transfer activity. So,
that's because Al Nasser and three of the other Saudi clubs are all owned by the same fund, the Saudi fund,
oh, I
and
see,
they've brought players. The Saudi fund have brought players for all the other three teams, and not backed that team.
right, yeah. Ah, okay, right, yes, fair enough. Thank you for explaining that.
You're welcome.
Right. Oh, Ryan Nadari from Rangers. Oh no, sorry, Ryan Nadari to sign for Rangers from Hansa Rostov, and Belgian club KVC Westerlo have signed Clinton Nithala from Rangers. So one in and one out at Rangers.
Yeah.
Arsenal have signed St Mirren striker Evan Mooney. The 18-year-old has made 15 appearances for the Paisley side this season. Will join Arsenal's under-21s team. And Mooney came off the bench in December to help St Mirren win the Scottish League Cup at Hampden Park against
I don't
Celtic.
understand that. I don't understand that.
He's
Why
gone into the
bring him?
under-21s team.
Yeah, but why bring him to put him in the under-21s team if he can play first team football at, where was it, St Johnston or St Mirren?
St Mirren, yeah.
So why swap that to go in the under-21s? Don't get it. Anyway,
Oh,
carry
no
on.
idea. Talking of St Mirren, they have signed Manchester United under-21 captain Jacob Davani on loan until the end of the season. And the midfielder will go straight into the squad for their game against
See, I
Hearts.
get that. I get that because he'll be now playing first team football. So I get that.
Yeah, that makes sense, but yeah, I don't know. Bristol City sign Ellie from NY Red Bulls, Noah Ellie, and he joins as a late replacement for Zach Viner, who joined Wrexham on Sunday. And Ellie will cost a total of around £3 million. Portsmouth have completed the signing of, oh blimey, Madido Dyer from Norwegian club, oh Jesus, FK Haugesund. That probably isn't
Yeah,
right, but
I think that is right.
for
Yeah.
an undisclosed fee, and he's put pen to him on a 2.5-year deal at Fratton Park. Blackpool have announced the signing of Leighton Clarkson, not Jeremy Clarkson, Leighton Clarkson from Aberdeen, and hopefully this Clarkson will believe in what Jeremy Clarkson believes in: speed and power. Clarkson joins for an undisclosed fee and has signed a 2.5-year deal at Blackpool, and he made a total of 154 appearances for the Dons. What? Oh right, so the Dons. So is that what Aberdeen is that their nickname? Is it?
Yeah, the Dons.
Right. Okay. Helping them win the Scottish Cup last season. Ross County are working on a deal for Kilmarnock central midfielder Liam Polworth. It's understood the Scottish Championship club are looking to do a permanent deal for the 31-year-old before tonight's deadline. Polworth is out of contract.
Oh yeah, because the deadline is 11 o'clock
It is,
in
yeah.
Scotland. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's just short. It's just short, but they'll have the deal sheets.
Yeah. Well, there's not. Oh, Ryan Nadari has arrived at the Rangers training centre as he closes in on a move to Rangers. Nadari is now in Glasgow as the Ibrox side look to finalise a deal with Hansa Rostock for them. So yeah, Dundee have announced the signing of. Oh blimey, Aud. Oh right, so it's like Alder as in Alan Alder, and then HIR, and then Aldehira Venezuela. Blimey. On a loan deal from Mexican side CF Monterrey.
Yeah, Monterrey's a place in Mexico.
Oh, right, okay, right. Yeah, I thought Monterrey was in Canada.
No, you're thinking of
Oh, no, that's Montreal.
Ontario.
Oh, dear, oh my goodness me. Yeah, I bet Sam's thinking, I'm thinking that it's not Will, it's his sister Holly with geography knowledge like that. Oh, dearie me.
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me. You can tell I'm running out of steam.
Well, why don't you're doing lots of deals there, Will, and you've done well. Why don't you just take us through the Premier League deals of the day?
Oh, right, yes, okay. So, let's see. So, I've done Tyreek George, done Adam Armstrong. um, uh, let's see. I don't think there's been any more new Premier League deals until. I mean, apart from.
Are there any of the day we've missed out?
I'm just trying to think. So, did Strand Larson said about Mateta not going through to AC Milan. Dwight McNeil, we did. Oh yeah, we did about Nets. We did about Andigra. Yes, John in Monaco. We did about potentially the Ox, maybe Oxlade Chamberlain, maybe returning to Arsenal.
So we're pretty much there then.
So yeah, oh yeah, the deal sheet for Diassi to West Ham has been submitted, but we've not still no official confirmation. And same with James Wilson from Hearts. Oh, in fact, let me just check that it is, because I said that it was the same James Wilson as in Manchester United. So I will just check that for you, because it would be good.
No, we'll talk through some of the deals of the window as well.
Yes. So,
just quickly.
Oh, no. It's not the Manchester United youth player. No, that's a different James Wilson. So, yes, apologies, people. Oh, hang up, the Sam Taylor effect is rubbing off from me.
Yeah, this James Wilson's quite young, isn't he?
Yeah, he's only 18, born in 2007. Jesus, that makes us feel old, doesn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, so, right.
Shall we go through some of the major deals on the window?
Yeah, I think so. Could you sort of steer the ship back for this, mate? Because I've run out of steam a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. So we'll talk about some of the top deals from around the Premier League in this window. And there's no better place to start than Mark Gahey. He started the window a Crystal Palace player, having played superbly for Palace despite not
for his great attitude and just got on with it, didn't mope around, didn't say, I'm not in the right frame of mind to play, and
yeah. But he had a host of clubs interested in him: Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, and a lot of people thought he might wait till the end of the season, and Palace might want to keep him. He was happy to stay till the end of the season, but City were the only team to put in a bid now worthy of £20 million, which is
amazing,
obviously
Well, it's amazing money, isn't it, for a player like Gay?
A deal for a player that a couple of years ago was 70 in 2024, so 18 months ago was 75 million. Newcastle put a bid in for him. Now he'd probably be worth 80, 90 million
It's
in the
because he was
market.
approaching the last 6 months of his contract that, Palace obviously thought, £20 million because of the circumstances. Yeah, good
Yeah,
deal for him.
yeah. So Palace don't get a lot for their captain, but he's given them great service. It's just a shame that his last Palace match was against Macclesfield in that defeat.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Yeah, it is
that
a
was the
shame.
last
Yeah, yeah.
that was the last time he kicked the ball for Palace and Crystal Palace. That is, and yeah, it's very
I honestly
very.
thought he was going
Um,
to stay till the end of the season. It still surprised me. I thought,
well, it's Palace that said. Steve Parish said, "Look, we need the money. We need some money for him."
yeah,
So
because
yeah,
obviously, understandably, they didn't want to lose him on a free. So, yeah, which is why I honestly thought in the summer, I thought, Gay would have gone, but yeah, well, they
I
couldn't get
think
a
Oliver
replacement, could
Glasner.
they? Yeah, they couldn't get a
Yeah,
replacement.
and Oliver Glasner put his foot down and said, "Look, we can't sell him." However, it's of course on the back of the Mark Gahey sale to Man City, where he settled in relatively well. We had Oliver Glasner coming out in a rant and then telling us he was leaving Palace anyway, but saying his heart had been ripped out. But another team who've had the player ripped from them is a man who did sign a new deal in the summer, despite much speculation, and that was Antoine Semenyo at Bournemouth.
Yeah,
Um, and he ended up uh, he had in his
in his
contract a
release clause,
65
didn't he, or something? Yeah.
the £65 million release clause, I think it was, in his Bournemouth contract that in this window, up to a certain date, I think it was like the 13th of January or something like
Right.
that, uh, he could be sold for, the team could get him for 65 million, and he'd probably go for 100 million again in a normal window. But he was brilliant. He actually played, despite all the
No, and I
speculation.
loved
Played
that Semenyo in his last game for Bournemouth, he scores, and not only that, it was the winning goal, which I thought was what a way to go.
against Tottenham, yeah. And a brilliant, yeah, he carried on playing fantastically. I love that attitude. It should be unquestioned, but in the modern
Well, exactly.
day
You think,
player,
Isak and Wissa, and even going back a bit, Dimitri Payet is probably the first name that comes to mind for me. You know,
yeah, yep. And then we've had um, deals like that today that have gone through, just to pick it up from today. The biggest deal or no deal, deal and no deal, was Jurgen Strand Larsen getting his moves. Well, maybe he has got moves better than his football moves, but anyway, he completed a 48 million pound move from Wolves to Crystal Palace. He leaves being a wolf and is now an eagle. Will he soar or will he sink? My feeling is that he'll do neither and hover somewhere. But yes, Strand Larsen is now a Crystal Palace player. Obviously, a big interest in him again in the summer from um, from Newcastle, especially put like a £60 million offer in for him, which I thought then was ridiculous. He's only scored one Premier League goal this season. I'm not a fan. He's a similar type of player to Mateta, but I much prefer Mateta. But he might prove me wrong.
In general, it's the whole team's been poor, really. So I'm not sure
Yeah,
that's a reflection of strong or
so we'll
support.
see. It definitely his confidence has been low. They had a penalty the other week and he missed.
Right.
And he looked like he's been lacking confidence in front of goal. But now maybe this move
Maybe new
will
scenery, yeah.
will inspire him.
That must be
Yeah,
weird
and
if you're
Palace.
signing, sorry to interrupt, for a new club and the manager is leaving in a few months as a player.
Yeah.
That must be quite weird.
Yeah, but I suppose he's looking at the next steps and chance to play in Europe and he would have thought regular minutes, but with Mateta uh, move failed from AC Milan. He had his medical, I think, and then they got a second doctor's opinion and from AC Milan, and ultimately he was failed on his medical. So he was meant to. The Strand Larson deal was dependent initially on John Philippe
Well,
Mateta
yeah, they
going to
said
AC
that, and then they
Milan.
thought, well, they were still
Yeah.
going to do the deal
But
anyway. So yeah.
he didn't actually um play on Saturday for Palace because Oliver Glasner said his head wasn't in the right space. He didn't refuse to play, but they had a chat. But now Jean-Philippe Mateta will have to come back and get his head down, and hopefully for him still get in the French squad, which I think he's got a chance if he starts scoring some goals. But and also for the World Cup, that is, I would have thought with players leaving, he would have wanted to be the main man at Palace and stayed till the end of the season and try and help them win a European competition.
Well, you
But
think so, yeah, but yeah, I don't know whether he's had his head turned or whether he's because Glasner's leaving, Gay's gone. Maybe I don't know. He's sensing that Palace is a sinking ship, and he wants to get off before it sinks. Really.
yeah, West Ham have brought in a few forwards in this window, a few new players. Obviously, a big departure was Lucas Paqueta,
Yeah,
who I
gone
was
back
a
to
massive
Flamenco, hasn't
Pakistan.
he? Yeah.
He's gone back home to the Brazilian side. Help me out here, Will.
Flamenco, I think.
Flamengo, that's
Oh,
it.
flamenco.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. Flamenco is a
Where,
flamenco is a dance.
where he started his career. So, and amazingly, he's in the prime of his career still. Massive fan of Lucas. I think he should have stayed and helped West
I
Ham.
think it was more. I think he was just drained from that, the betting ordeal, and I think for him he wanted to
Yeah,
go
but
home. I think.
the club supported him through that, and I would have said, "Look, I want to go back, even if it was on loan, me coming back to West Ham, till the end of the season. Um, the club's in desperate need of help to try and avoid relegation, and I'm their best player, arguably, along with Bowen.
Yeah,
So,
I can see your point.
uh,
Yeah,
and they stood by me during all these issues.
yeah.
So, because he said that himself.
I'm sure they would
So,
have tried to convince him to stay, but yeah, I guess maybe they come to realise that nothing could change his mind, really.
say that again. Sorry.
I said, well, maybe they probably did try to convince him to stay, but yeah, they probably
Yeah,
came to him out, well,
yeah.
nothing's going to change his mind, really.
Just on deals. I mean, for January. City have done well because they've brought in Gehi
And
for 20
Semenyo, some
million.
really good
And
signings.
Semenyo for 65 million, who were both below average of what they would have been, because far below average, because Gehi's contract length and the clause
Yeah, exactly.
in Semenyo's contract. So an amazing two high quality players. I think Semenyo's a brilliant player. And, Gehi, despite him going to City, I just love him. I think he's yeah. Did you see Gehi's goodbye message to Palace?
Uh,
Yeah.
yes, I think I did. Yeah, yeah.
There was one in the summer, but he read it because he thought he was going to Liverpool, but then he's redone
My
one.
God, I'm not sure if I did. I see a
I
second
put it in
goodbye
the
message.
group.
I can't remember, to be honest, mate.
But he was saying how brilliant Palace have been for him and how he'll always hold them in his heart, and
Yeah, well, I
he
think
hopes that.
Palace fans are probably, they've not wanted to lose him, but they'll say to him, good, good luck and thanks for your service, and
Yeah, because he's done it properly.
it's about how
Mateta
you leave, really. Yeah.
Mateta now coming back will probably, get a few boos, but because he saying, "Oh, I want to leave," where Gay didn't say that. He just said, "I'm not signing a new contract,"
I
but
think
I'll
yeah, but
still.
it's different, isn't it? Yeah.
But which you're entitled to do. You don't have to do that. But also, Gay said in this interview that he did. Oh no, he did one with Sky Sports last week after the Soccer Saturday
All right.
panel.
Yeah.
And they said, "How have you been dealing with all the speculation?" He said, "I've just enjoyed playing football because I don't like to see my face everywhere because I have to look at it every day." Anyway,
Oh, that's brilliant.
so, yeah, yeah, he was like, I was a bit sick of my face, but yeah, but
That's
and he
brilliant.
was really complimentary to Palace, which is lovely
Yeah.
to do. Anyway, and so many likewise to Bournemouth. So they're two players, even though they're at City. I hope they do well and have really good careers.
Well, Oscar Bob has joined Fulham as well from City as well.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Oscar Bob, the good young talent
Had that
from
nasty
City.
leg break, didn't he? And then
Yeah, yeah, was doing really well and had his leg broken and sorry, broke his leg and then now trying to re-establish himself. But I think that's a good signing for Fulham.
yeah, yeah.
We're
We'll
doing
just
this
see
off
how he
the top
does.
of my. We're doing this, or I'm doing this off the top of my head. So if we miss out any, just let us know any signings that you think have been really, really, are really good
Yeah.
signings. Yeah. I'm trying to think. United haven't done anything
No, but
this
Chelsea
window.
have released Sterling. They have his
Oh,
left
there we
foot.
go. Chelsea have released Raheem Sterling. Well done, Will. Unsurprisingly, after him being on loan at Arsenal last season and being part of the so-called bomb
That's
squad,
right. Yeah.
um, but that Maresca created, or the Chelsea hierarchy created. Your views on Sterling, Will?
Well, firstly, I'm glad for him that it's a fresh start for him, and yeah, I really thought that at Arsenal he'd do well because Arteta knows him, and I honestly thought he would do better at Arsenal than he did. But yeah, didn't go that way, and yeah, who knows?
Where next is a free agent, so is another one, a bit like the Ox outside Chamberlain that can still do a deal at any time with a club. So yeah, we will.
Maybe to Turkey, maybe to Fenerbahce or
Well, apparently he wants to preferably stay in London. So they were saying maybe Crystal Palace, but then he'd have to take a big wage cut. Tottenham. I know he played for Arsenal, but he didn't really play
yeah.
properly, did he? So, Tottenham.
Would Spurs fans want him playing for Chelsea as well? Yeah, I'm not sure that
I
would happen.
know I think he'd be a good fit for with his pace.
Oh,
Brentford.
Brentford, yeah, because especially because they've got Jordan Henderson and they could do with a bit more experience in. So yeah,
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
I'm just
See
glad
what
for him that he
happens.
can have a fresh start now. And yeah, because that must have been must be and you're not playing any football, and yeah, it's weird and it must feel so empty. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, it's it's not looked good for Jack Grealish in terms of his injury. Um, at Everton, he's going to be out possibly to the rest of the
Yeah,
season,
well, I miss
which
yeah,
could,
because Grealish, he seems like he's reborn, doesn't he, at Everton so far?
which could, which I'm surprised hasn't ended his loan at Everton, but maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Um,
he's oh yeah, I forgot he was only on loan, isn't he, at Everton, not on a permanent deal?
yeah, well, because I think Everton probably would have signed him. Maybe there's an option that I can't remember. There might have been an option to buy. I think there was. So maybe they're keeping him and just seeing how he progresses. But I've not heard anything about that. Have you?
No, I've not. No.
Jamal Lascelles, the long-serving Newcastle club captain,
Yeah.
has now joined Leicester.
That's
Um,
officially done, is it now?
oh, is it? Oh, is it not officially
I
done?
don't think so. No.
Oh, right. It was on the verge of joining Leicester, but we'll see if that got done. Yeah, so a lot to divulge there. Of course, we will be doing another show next week, and those deals that have not gone through, we'll put into
I
the
think
next
so.
episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
And any other deals that you guys want to talk about, please do let us know. Just drop a comment in. Um, did you said last week, Will, and I don't know how easy this will be to find that we'd had a comment.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
It was from a United um, channel. Let's just see if I can find it. Because yeah, thank you for your comment, and I did reply to it. I did. Yeah. Let's just see. So if I go
Just of course, if you do have any comments ever about anything, it doesn't even have to be about football, about how we could host the show better or anything. Or if you just want to chat to us, we're open, we're friendly. Maybe not support Vale fans, but and Crawley fans, but the rest of it, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Yeah, we're always open and always here. And, yeah, so interesting deals. A very well, not the biggest transfer deadline day I've ever known, but yeah, really another interesting storylines. Collapse deals going through at the last minute. Twists and turns. Maybe not as many as we come accustomed to, but it is the January
it's
window,
generally quite
and
a busy summer one, isn't it?
it very rarely, there are the other windows that are really lively, but still some big names moving Yeah,
I could find it on the computer, but I can't find it on my phone.
well, I tell you what, Will. Let's give you time to have a look, and we'll come back to it next week.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Because I think it's good to bring any comment up as well.
And I do also want
So
to
thank you for your comment. We will address it and any others we get in the next.
And also thank you to people who recently subscribed as well. 71 subscribers, so that's brilliant. And also thank you to I did a tribute to the much missed broadcasting titan Sir Terry Wogan, which we lost 10 years ago. And thank you to
who was that first? Thank you to. Well, sorry, you cut off.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was just saying. Well, thank you to the people who have subscribed recently at 71 subscribers. So thank you, and also thank you.
Really? To this channel?
Yep, 71 subscribers now.
I thought you were on about 4 last time as long.
Oh no, yep. I've come sneaking in, and thank you also to for all your views on my tribute to the much missed Sir Terry Wogan. I've done many tribute videos, but that one was quite tough. So yeah, thank you for 33 views as of this time of recording. So thank you so much. It's it was quite a video to do. So thank you.
It's one of your favourites, isn't it, Terry?
Yes. I mean, watching the children need appeal, listening to them on Radio 2, doing the Eurovision commentary. So really, I grew up with him. My parents grew up with him, and yes, it's the one celebrity passing. Well, the first time a celebrity passing that did hit me quite hard on that day.
Yeah, because I think people on radio or TV or on morning shows or whatever it is like that, they engage with you. They've been part of your life.
Exactly.
They've been
It's for two reasons. One, because me and my parents have both grown up with him, and two was also if you had the radio on sort of every day as I did, getting ready for school. So I heard his voice for so many years, pretty much, Monday to Friday. And so I think that's why, it was.
Yeah, I get that. It's, you get people that you connect with. So, yeah, it's, even if though you didn't know them, even if that, you still feel like they're a member of your life.
Exactly. That's why people, sometimes get a little bit upset when radio stations, and obviously they do have to refresh their schedules and DJs come and go, but that's why, people can get, a little bit upset about that whenever a radio station makes changes. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for more 2016 tributes,
tributes from across this year, basically. So yeah, there's going to be tributes to Victoria Wood, the late comedian, Natalie Cole. Although she did die on New Year's Eve 2015, I missed that anniversary, so I do apologise. But I'll be paying tribute to Natalie Cole, and there'll be loads of other tributes. Prince, David Bowie, loads of people that we lost.
George Michael as well.
Who's that one? Sorry.
George Michael.
Oh, yes, of course, yes, because he passed away Christmas Day 2016. Yep. So, yes, there's gonna be lots of tributes this year on the channel. Yeah.
Always good to remember people. Are we anything else you want to bring up on the show? Or?
Take us home, Sam, because I think the both of us we're running out of steam, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We're running out of steam a little bit. It's always a bit like that on deadline day. So thank you for sticking with us. Will, you did a brilliant job, I thought, with the deadline day deals. Some of those names are difficult, but what I really enjoyed was how you were diverse and talking about League One deals and Championship deals and Scottish Premiership deals.
When you're doing transfers, especially, you've got a duty. You've got a duty to represent all the leagues, really. And
Yeah, absolutely. And we all have players up, and we all have
plus, I've got to
teams
fill
and
the EFL guru's hole, haven't I? I've got to fill his hole.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. You may not be quite at his level, but you did a good job in being a fill stopper. That's for sure.
Thank you very much, Sam. Yep.
But when he gets, but that's no disgrace because nobody can be the EFL guru.
Yeah,
He just needs,
Jordan is the master of that. Yeah.
he just needs to get his arse off his chair and come and join us. Anyway, the shit house. Anyway, we have really enjoyed it tonight. We hope you guys have when this is uploaded. If you have enjoyed the show or enjoy Will's channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. And tonight we have given you all the deadlines, and of course, that has been all without having kicked a ball on this deadline day special. Good night. Thank you, Will.
Good night.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
Cheers.